Hello, my name is Rachel, and I don't consider myself to be the most fashionable person. As you may have noticed from some of my videos, I tend to be a big outfit repeater, which isn't a bad thing because it's definitely very eco-conscious to get a lot of use out of your clothes. That being said, I would love to add a little bit more variety to my wardrobe, so I'm gonna call up my friend Vivian, who is a DIY expert, and see if she can help me upcycle 3 new outfits from my closet for less than $100. All right, let's do it.
We love shopping secondhand as a sustainable option, especially anytime it's made from stylish and comfortable cotton. From blue jeans to blazers to sheets and towels, cotton is so versatile. Cotton fabric is comfortable, soft, breathable, and durable. From dirt to shirt, cotton is a plant that is grown from the ground and is a natural choice for eco-conscious fashion. That's why we recommend that you always check the label and choose cotton when shopping. We suggest cotton-rich fabrics that are made of at least 60% or more cotton, or denim that is 90% or more cotton. Look and feel your best in the fabric of our lives. Now let's get back to the transformation.
Hi, Vivian.
Hey!
Okay, thank you so much for coming to help me. You're the DIY queen.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I mean, I think you have a very specific style. You're clean, you're chic. You have a very effortless style, but I'm always here to jazz it up.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. I feel like I'm very just boring, but yes. The first thing I had in mind was this dress. It's kind of just really long on me and baggy a bit, and I was thinking maybe we could like cut it and then turn it into like a high-waisted skirt.
But the top is so cute. I love the flutter.
Yeah.
It's so romantic and feminine. I think we could do this as a 2-piece.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you're actually getting 2 pieces for the price of 1, which is always great in my book. I actually feel like it makes it more sustainable.
Yeah, I have no idea how to do that, so yay. Okay, so I have these jeans that I love because I feel like they fit my butt really well.
Okay, if they fit the butt, like those are keepers.
But I'm just really mad because I actually like ripped them like right here.
Oh my gosh.
So there's just like a huge hole in the butt.
It's like kind of a vibe, but it's not your vibe. You don't always want to have your butt hanging out.
I just don't want to have like I probably could at BuzzFeed, but I don't want that. Do you think it would be weird if I just like, if we put like a patch, just like.
I think the idea of a patch is great, but because this is like right underneath your tuchus,
Yeah.
I think the placement of a patch right here when there isn't anything anywhere else, that looks too much like I'm trying to fix something. Like we can put a patch or some fabric underneath.
Okay.
I think that could look more intentional, especially if we do it somewhere else as well, because we want to balance it.
Yeah.
I feel like adding a patch to the front, so
Yeah.
maybe like at the knee, just so it looks like this was done on purpose.
So the other thing about these jeans is like, they're kind of, they're just like a little bit like faded and discolored.
Honestly, if you're down for it, I think dyeing the jeans would be cool.
We can do that. We can just dye jeans.
Yeah, we could dye them, and also like dyeing jeans is so cheap. It's like one of the easiest fixes because it's so cheap, it's not that hard, and then your jeans will look brand new.
Okay, so the third thing I have are these shorts. And I've had these shorts for like 10 years. They're low-waisted, like before low-waisted came back in style. They're low-waisted from like 2011 low-waisted. I feel like I don't have a lot of like tops to wear with them because a lot of my tops are now cropped.
I really love bodysuits for something that's low-rise or like sits a little bit lower. It actually kind of like shows your shape a little bit better. I mean, I know this is low-waisted, but it doesn't have to be as low. There's a lot of like fashion hacks where you can make your pants fit better. So like we can literally put a bun right here. And then it doesn't do anything to the shape, but it cinches it in better at your waist, so it's like less low.
And maybe I could find like a cool button online.
I feel like switching out buttons is just like an easy way to make anything look more like bougie and more expensive, even though buttons themselves don't cost much money.
Yeah. All right, cool. So let's go get some supplies and then we can get started.
Yay! Let's go.
Okay, so taking Vivian's advice, I am going to look for a white bodysuit right now. I like this one, but I'm afraid that it's a little bit too plain. Okay, this one has a lot of detail. I think it might be a little too fancy for me. I kind of want something a little more simple, something kind of in between the two of those. Ooh, okay, what is this one? It looks like it just has a little bit of lace trim, which I like, but not too much. I think this is a nice in-between for me. Also, $19 is not that bad, so let's get it. Okay, so we went shopping and we got all of our supplies. So the first thing we're gonna get started on is dyeing our jeans. So first we're gonna fill a bucket with hot water and we're gonna add a teaspoon of dish detergent, and this is gonna help the jeans dye more evenly. Now we're gonna add in about a half a cup of dye, and we're using the color Denim here. So we have to swirl these jeans around in the water for about 10 minutes, and this is to make sure that all the dye is distributed evenly so we don't have a tie-dye look. So now we're gonna let these soak for about 30 minutes to an hour to absorb the color. Then when they're done soaking, we can wring them out and rinse them in the sink. So we want to rinse them with some vinegar, which will help set the color. And then rinse them again until the water runs clear. And now we just have to wash them in the washing machine.
So now we're gonna get started on the dress, but first I have to pin it at the waistline so I know where to cut. The goal for the dress is to make it into a coordinated set. So first off, I'm going to measure around Rachel's waist and then cut it into 2 separate pieces based off where her waistline is. First, I'm going to pin the elastic waistband to the bottom of the top, and then I'm going to sew the piece underneath. After completing the waistband, I have to go and sew the buttons down.
Okay, so while Viv is working on the dress, I'm gonna get started on sewing this button, which I had to just watch a YouTube video on how to sew a button, but I found this adorable button on Etsy actually, and it's a cute little sunflower. I love it. We're gonna sew it a little bit further away than it was before so that hopefully these shorts are gonna have a slightly higher rise on me. All right, I did it. I think this is super cute.
Now for the skirt. I have a rough idea now of what I want this to look like. By doing a wrap skirt effect, we're gonna use the most amount of fabric. It's basically folding one piece over another piece. So I'm gonna cut across the diagonal, and boom, the first flap. This second flap is gonna be on top, and this is gonna give it more of the wrap skirt effect. Time to do the elastic waistband again. Okay, so I'm pinning it down on the side a little bit because I think this is where I'm going to take it in. Then I'm going to sew down the front of the skirt and make sure it's centered and in place. Okay, so we're hand stitching. And yay, done. It is wearable.
Okay, so I have the jeans. The jeans are dyed.
I love the color.
I know. So I found these patches I really like on Etsy. I thought they would go with the blue, this mustard yellow floral pattern.
Yeah, I love that. So first we're gonna turn these inside out, and then we're gonna put the patch down. We'll put some of the glue around the borders, put it down on the jean, and then iron it on all together. That will handle the rip at the back, and then we actually have to create a rip at the front. So we will rip that open. So I could use the scissors, but the razor will actually help get a better distress effect, and then we will add a patch at the back of that.
Okay.
Yes! Oh my god, this is so cute. It's so flirty. I'm so happy that we were able to revive some of these items from your closet, and you look so cute in them.
And I'm actually gonna wear these outfits. I actually am going to wear these out. So yeah, that's what. Let us know in the comments down below whose wardrobe we should upcycle next and make new outfits for. And by us, I mean mostly Viv. She's gonna do all the work.